Hello everyone, this is April, the artist behind InvokeArtSense. Today I am unboxing the July Sketchbox, and this is the art that they have on the box. It's by Denise Wolverton, and you can find her at DL Wolverton. This is the featured artwork by the same person that's been doing it, Nikolai Shaver, and this month they are featuring black artists, and so they have Walnut Drawing Ink here. The card, we will look at that later. And the one thing in the box that I'm really happy for is this Fluid 100 cold press finished paper. It's a block too. Super awesome. It's a block, and it is glued on this side and this side. And it's 100% cotton. I've always wanted to try this brand, and I'm going to try it now. And it's great watercolor paper. So this is the Copic Chow marker, and it came to me open like this, and it was dried out. Their fulfillment team sent me a brand new one because this one was open during the shipment time, so it became dried out. So one good thing about Sketchbox, they have great communication and great service. And then our next item is Walnut Drying Ink. So this is plastic. I believe it was supposed to be glass, but because of the COVID stuff, it's not. Or at least let's look at this. So the walnut is valued at $10.49, and it's a staff favorite. And it's a first time shipping walnut ink. What do they say about, okay, it's light, fast, and acid free. And then, so because of COVID-19 shipping related supply issues, it's a different shaped bottle. I don't think that it's less milliliters. This is 60 milliliters. I mean, I don't really know if there's less more in the glass one versus this plastic one they shipped, but it's still a lot of ink. And our next item is the Faber-Castell for Pit Artist Pens, Sepia color. This is really nice. I have the black ones, the regular black ones. So these are the brown ones. You got one brush, and then small, fine, and a medium. This one's like more like an 8, maybe a 5 and a 3 or something. They're India ink. And we get a brush as well. This is a 4 silver white round, and it's like white bristles. And then we also get a fine liner. Oh, look at it, they printed it crooked. It's like too tired, it's crooked, or is it just like, it's a sticker? Oh, it's a sticker. So Tombow Mono Drawing Pen, it's a 05, and I believe this is black. So we got one black fine liner, and we got a lot of brown ones. And our last item is the Cretacolor Artist Pencils. We have your black, chalk, sepia light, and a white chalk. So we got highlights, medium lights, and dark shades here. So I think that this is going to be I don't know what I'm going to make, but let's just look at the card first. So we already talked about the ink. So the Faber-Castell Pitt pens are $13.25, and those are not cheap, and I know that they're not cheap because of I've seen the prices on the black one. I've never seen the brown ones before, but I've looked up Amazon after getting them here. So the Copic Chows are like, here it's $5.49 staff favorite, but on Jerry's Artorama I get a bunch of Copic Chows for about $3 something, so you can get them a few dollars cheaper than this. Then you have your artist pencil set is $7.75. Your Tombow model drawing pen is $2.89, and this white, silver white round 4 is $6.40, and the fluid cold press paper is $7.61. And if you create any art with these supplies, you just hashtag Sketchbox July if you want to be included in the monthly contest. And then the winner gets their art printed on future boxes like you saw. And I believe that you can also hashtag, get Sketchbox or something like that. Sketchbox. And I don't know how long Nikolai Shaver will be a featured artist, but he's been a featured artist for a while, and he does the education videos every month. Oh, where's the sticker? So this is the sticker. I would say it's not. Oh, there's a cute little, I think it's a pug. Cute little pug on there. So we got, and even you can even see the artist's name. It's a prior box, Elizabeth Wieglin. So that's pretty cool. I always do my swatches in this Sketchbox sketchbook I got in the 5th anniversary box. It's really good for that. I like the size, and I like to stick the stickers in here as well. And I wonder, it's water-based pigment ink, water-based. So it's probably not permanent or waterproof or even water resistant. We'll see. We'll see. It does move a little bit. It's been sitting, it's settled just a tiny bit. Maybe it's like water resistant. So definitely maybe you don't want to put any water over this. Maybe you can just be aware that it's going to smudge a little bit. This is a black chalk 2, and they all say 2. I don't really know what the 2 means. Well, I guess it's not made in Germany, it's made in Austria. Thought I saw something that said it was made in Germany. I know that these are made in Germany. In the 5th anniversary box, we got Sepia, or maybe it was a different sanguine, something like that. But it's a little bit different, I guess. And this is the white. And these are light, fast, waterproof, and permanent. But I have found from using the black ones that they can smudge a little bit. And then we got the brush. This one's really nice. Now, let's see what it looks like when I add water to it. It smudges a little bit, so, but it's not really meant to be used with water. Okay, so there's the artist pit pens. And we have our Walnut Drawing Ink. And it's light, fast, and acid free, all that good stuff. And these are not made out of walnuts. It just says Walnut Drawing Ink. They are made out of artist grade pigments. Otherwise it wouldn't be light, fast. And let's not forget the Copic Chow. And this is the color is Caribe Cocoa, and of course this is alcohol based marker, and I don't want it to bleed through, so I'm just going to use something behind it. We got a brush nib. And if anyone knows, Copics are really nice. And with the chisel, I don't use a chisel, but there's a chisel as well. You could use this for your lines and stuff. This box is a very good box. Now, I just wish that they included more colors than just the brown, but that's okay. Monotone drawings, like the featured artwork here, it's good sometimes. And there's at least black charcoal and the black Tombow drawing pen. So if you wanted more black, in the walnut here, the walnut drawing ink is not as brown. It is brown, but it's lighter. It can be lighter depending on how much water you add into it. This sketchbook from Sketchbox works really well for these mediums, even the ink, because this sketchbook can handle light washes, and that's all I am really doing with the Walnut Drawing Ink. And I'm doing cactuses. If you don't notice, I have two versions that I was going for. I did one on the left, one on the right, and I ended up working with the final piece ended up being the one on the right, just because I didn't want to have to do a lot of details with those flowers, and I wasn't really feeling the flowers on the left, so the one on the right says my name, so that's what I did. And the walnut ink is really nice, and I used it a lot on the one on the left. The one on the right is basically just a wash in the background and a little bit on the cactuses, cacti. And the Faber-Castell Pitt pens, they will also work nice. They give a darker brown color and some line work and details in that way. And this sketchbook, by the way, works really well for these. I could have just done the pieces with the sketchbook and finished with that, but I wanted to try the watercolor block that they sent me. And the watercolor block, let's talk about the watercolor block later, but the charcoal pencils, they work good, but the black one kept on breaking. I don't know what it was. I think the core wasn't straight. Even when I was sharpening it, it felt like the pencil was crooked. No matter what I did, I didn't have actually a blade to sharpen, so any sharpener I used didn't work, just made it break even more. So I ended up finally getting a point and just used a broken point to finish off the charcoal shading on the bottom of the actual picture plane here. And of course this block works really well if I was going to use heavy water, but I didn't use a lot of water because I mostly used the walnut ink in the background. And I know cactuses are not brown, but this being a monotone brown box, I had no choice. I didn't want to do a portrait, so I thought cactuses were kind of cool to be seen like in a rustic film sepia exposure atmosphere. And I love the sepia color for the charcoal, and I used that for the succulent in the front. And the rocks were everything. Had certain things, certain meanings for certain pieces to make sure that everything had a good contrast. And when I took this off of the block, I had trouble. I used that brush. I should have used a palette knife or X-Acto knife. The glue binding the block on the top and the bottom didn't come off, and yes, there was a problem taking it off, and I also had to use my brush, the end of it, to take off the glue that was on the top of the paper, and it ripped the paper a little bit and gave it a deckled effect, which is not a bad thing, but I hope the rest don't do the same thing. Thank you for watching this video. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and see you next time for the next exciting video, Invokers. Goodbye, everyone.